What's up, guys? Eric McCabe here. Ever since I got the word that we're going to utilize Jones Gold for the Glassblown Open, I've been very excited. I grabbed the gimbal, I headed to the course, started doing some recording, finally getting this put together for you guys. I apologize for not having a drone, but I work with what I got, and I hope you appreciate the content. So hole number 1 starts out big, 782-foot par 5. It's hole 9 Jones East to hole 11 Jones East, which is also known as the Billy Engel Ace hole. So your tee shot on this hole is going to want to get down in the shady area around in here, and then you have a choice to make. Are you going to go aggressive over the road, throw a placement hyzer shot to just try to get up and down for your birdie to start the day? I think you're going to see a handful of eagles on this hole. Probably a lot of birdies and pars, and maybe even a few bogeys. So, tough starting hole. I really, really love this hole as a starting hole for the tournament of the Glassblown Open. Moving on to hole number 2 is 351 feet. Par 3 is just normal Jones East, hole number 15. Normally on gold, we play across the road here, but we kind of wanted to eliminate some of that factor. And also, keep in mind, we've also decided to shut this park completely down, no cars in or out, so therefore will not be as much of a distraction as it has been in the past playing Jones Park. Hole 3 is 630 feet, par 4, playing hole number 16 east to 17 east for the MPOs. The FPO will be playing this tee pad that you're seeing right now, and majority of the left side of this fairway is going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a 2-shot placement hole for the MPOs, and the FPOs, it's going to be one of those holes that you're going to want to get a birdie on for the most part. I would say for both divisions, you're going to want to get a birdie here on hole number 3. Hole number 4, 530-foot par 4. It is normally hole number 18 of Jones East. So you're going to have the OB line down the left side, like traditional. You're going to have the parking lot up here, OB, and then this long slither of grass that's kind of inbounds. It kind of plays as a long peninsula type of a shot. Once again, parking lot will be empty. We do not plan to have people parking there. We're going to have people shuttle in, and there's a church down the road that we're going to have people park at. So kind of keep distractions a little bit low this year is kind of the plan. This one is probably my favorite hole on Jones Gold. It's 641-foot par 4, and we're playing hole 14 Jones East to hole 12 Jones East, which is the elevated basket. A tip on this hole, get as far up that right side of the fairway as you possibly can so you're up on level ground for the next shot into this green. If you're down to the left, it makes for a tricky shot. You kind of got to throw up, and it's tough to get that distance to get all the way to this green. And elevated basket makes it for a little bit more of a challenging putt. Moving on, hole number 6. This is just normal old par 4, 565 feet, hole 13. The long position, which is up to the right, and challenging. The creek all down this left side's out of bounds. The creek we're about to cross is out of bounds. There's a property line on the right. Typically, you just want to get a nice aggressive tee shot as close to that OB line as you can on the left side so you have a look at this green. So, going on across the parking lot here, hole number 7 is 355-foot par 3. It's just normal old Jones East, hole number 1 to the right position. It is a Mando to the left. You've got that same fairway divider out of bounds on the left side. And majority of people, when I see them play this hole, they either come up relatively short and give themselves that death putt. So just make sure you get aggressive off this tee and be long, if anything. Be a little long as opposed to a little short on this hole. Hole number 8, 565-foot par 4. It's hole 2 Jones East to hole 4 Jones West. Traditionally in the past, we've played this creek that we're kind of crossing right now to the left side out of bounds. Not 100% sure if we're going to do that again this year or not, but it shouldn't come into play, especially playing the 4 pin instead of the 5, which is off to the left there. Par 4, pretty straightforward hole. You're going to see majority of the open players having their birdie looks on this hole. Moving on, hole number, what are we on now, guys? Hole number 9. It is a new tee pad that we're going to pour for this course. We're going to pour a brand new tee pad, and we're going to play up to Jones West, hole number 3 in the long position. It's 613 feet, straight uphill. You've got the road all down the right side. You've got the road long to tend with. And it's deceiving. It's a deceiving distance on this hole. It seems like it's reachable, but the reality is majority of the people are going to be coming up short. Hole number 10 is hole number 7, Jones West, 2, 4 East, long position, if that makes sense to you. The FPO will be playing to the short pin that you're going to see the pole in the ground coming up here shortly. But the MPOs are going to play to the basket that I'm walking towards right now, which is 632 feet. That pin right there on the left is the FPO pin, and the MPOs will be playing to this pin that we're walking up upon right now. You've got the road OB long, and that's really the only danger, with the exception of the pond off the tee. That does come into play as well. Pond is on your left side. Hole number 11, 325 feet. Par 3, Jones West, hole number 9. Pretty straightforward hole. We've talked about potentially making this into an island hole where you must cross this ditch, this little creek area where you're at right now. Not 100% sure if we're going to do that yet or not, but we are playing this hole for sure. Just know that it could be an option that this is an island hole. Hole 12, 850 feet. This is one of my favorite holes on the course as well. It plays Jones West, hole number 10, to Jones West, hole number 11. The MPOs will be playing the long position, while the FPOs will be playing the short position, which I will point out as we go past it. This tee shot, really what you want to do is be on the right side over here, kind of by this tee pad, kind of down in this little gully, to give yourself an open look at this basket. It's going to be a true par 5, 3-shot hole. Possibly some bigger arm. There's the right pin we just passed on the right side was the FPOs. As I was saying, there's a good chance we're going to see some eagles on this hole, but I would say majority of the players are going to be probably looking at birdies and probably pars on this. Don't want to go long either. That road is out of bounds. Going on to hole number 13, it's Jones West, hole 13 to Jones West, hole 14 in the long position for the MPO. In the short position for the FPO. FPO's distance comes in at 651, and the MPO's is 835. So a good tee shot on this hole is going to get you in this area right here. Then, of course, you're going to have to tend with the cedar trees. You got the road on the right. You've got a boundary line on the left. There's your FPO pin. And the MPO pin is kind of back tucked around here on the corner. You've got a property line long that you've got to worry about. But for the most part, it's a pretty straightforward par 4. Hole number 14 is normal Jones West, hole number 17 long. It is a brutal one. The FPOs will be playing the short pad, which is right here on the left side. MPOs will be playing the pad that I walked from. A good tee shot on this hole gets you kind of in the area of this tree right here on the right side that you're about to pass right now. And then you have to make the decision if I'm going to lay up to the island, if I'm going to go all the way across on the left side, or if I'm going to get aggressive and try to battle the water, try to beat the water on the right side and avoid these bald cypress trees that are in the way. So very challenging par 5. I could definitely see an eagle on this hole if your tee shot is in the perfect position. Hole 15 is Jones West, hole 18 to Jones West, hole number 1. This hole's a lot of fun. The MPOs will be playing to the long position on 1. The FPOs, once again, will be playing to the short position on hole number 1. You could see some people trying to get aggressive and fight the dam and try to beat the water. And that is such a very challenging line that you got to put that disc on. I think a lot of players are just going to play down to that left side and then have this road on the left to tend with, to avoid and try not to come up short and go OB. So a good forehand play for you righty players. It's an excellent lefty hole, though. This is hole number 16, Jones East. Basically, Jones East, hole number 5, long. 425 feet. It will be a par 4 for the FPOs. It's a par 3 for the MPOs. Majority of the players, I'd say 95% of the time I play this hole, I go for this green. All this tall grass is out of bounds. The road, the parking lot behind it comes up pretty fast, so you got to remember to watch out for that. There's a nice landing zone that you can lay up on that hole as well. 17 is 470 feet, par 4 for the FPOs and a par 3 for the MPOs. It's just normal Jones East, hole number 6, long position. This is the true line on this hole. I see a lot of people throwing drivers on this hole and getting some big skips and skipping out OB in this tall grass. So just want to make sure you're throwing the right disc with the right speed at the right angles to get up and down for your birdie on this hole. Hole 18 is a crazy long, awesome par 4. I believe it's a par 5 for the FPOs as well. They're playing a tee off to the right. This is the MPO the tee pad, I'm sorry. This isn't the traditional line that you're going to walk. Maybe a lefty is going to be playing this line trying to get out of these cedar trees, but the righty's going to throw a shot up over the parking lot, kind of towards the flagpole that you saw in the beginning, landing in this area as close to that tee pad as you can, and then throwing over all of this tall grass that's out of bounds to get yourself up and down, hopefully get yourself a birdie on the last hole. But if the wind is up, this hole is definitely going to be a challenge for you guys. So just wanted to say thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I cannot tell you how excited I am for you guys and gals to come to Emporia and play Jones Gold. I'm excited. Thanks Dynamic Discs for letting us use Jones Gold this year, and I cannot wait to see each and one of you there. See you guys.